Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know where we at with it. We up in here putting together another blessed and beautiful day. Tag a friend and let's get him in. Y'all come get a haircut with me. It's my dog Rio. We in the building.
Yes, sir.
I would say tap in with him, but get your own barber. No, I'm just playing.
I'm gonna call you as soon as I get to the house. I'm just out over here with Brody.
Hey, Gypsy, turn that air down, son. We can't breathe in here. Or turn it on and down. Damn, I knew man, they over here sweating and shit.
I thought it was hot.
Man, I thought it was just a drink. And mind you, I only took a little sippy sip of this motherfucker. I'm like, let me take some gulps. Oh yeah, cheers up, man. How everybody doing? We early with it today. I told y'all I was gonna give y'all a chatting session this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, even though I said that like the last 3 weeks in a row, I told y'all I went to the nightclub on Thursday, and I just made it back today. They gonna learn the moment that they now. So now y'all going back. Oh no, we done fucked up. Yeah, Chad, I'm back. Oz is back. I'm back. Yeah. Put the ladies in the chat. Y'all go ahead and spam the chat. Y'all spam the chat. Do it look good or not? Hey, y'all some real ones. I want everybody to know y'all some real ones. Y'all still chilling? Oh yeah, man. You know, hey, you know, y'all some real ones. Y'all some real ones. Hey man, we back over here and we back over here. We finna be back over there in just a second as soon as I figure out the stream key code. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. You know, we back at it though. Come see YP though. Cut is done. Appreciate everybody that kicked back while we was just in here at the barbershop at the crib, you know. Politicking at the crib, you know. Okay. Is it popping or not? Okay. Let me see it. Oh, my fault. I meant the hair. My fault. I meant the hair. Let me see the hair. Okay. Is it popping or not? Hold on. 1, 2. Is it popping or not? Yeah, done by not me.
Melted by K.
Yeah. Nah, don't be trying to find the beauticians and barbers. You go get your own. Yeah, man, we back. I appreciate everybody that stuck around on this side. We just put it together on this side. What's good with you, man? What's good with you? What's good, Loki? What's good? FUOs. Okay, I like it, man. I can't say it on this side because, you know, they like to ban people. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we back. We fully intact though, ready to put it in play. Now it's time to chat and enjoy the day. So I actually ended up starting the live off tonight with just a simple, you know, getting a fresh cut, you know. I'll put the whole clip in the video together for YouTube as well. But I really just started off tonight on something different, you know. I'm like, I just wanted to see what it looked like. Appreciate you, Loki. I'm like, I just wanted to put it together something a little bit different. I'm like, so tonight we did you know, everybody got fly, got our haircut. If you wasn't with me on the Twitch and you with me on the gram, you know, at the same time, y'all still finna see a little something. But for the Twitch side though, we tried to mix it up a little bit different tonight. I'm gonna make the whole YouTube video and put it all together. Make sure I can edit it and put it together. I'm gonna send it to my guy this time though, cause my editing skills, they kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to edit these YouTube videos. It ain't necessarily been doing what I wanted to do. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm low key like, I suck. So I'm gonna tap in with my good editing fellas, and we're gonna be able to mix up something a little bit better on that end. I'm like, but as far as this end go, we here, and we ready to chop it up for tonight. I'm ready to chat. I'm ready to see how everybody day going. I'm ready to see how everybody doing. I hope everybody having a blessed and beautiful Tuesday, as we would want to see on any other day. Today we are here to talk about. We're gonna do a part two to why me, but we also gonna talk about shit. We're gonna talk about everybody though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it took me a little bit of time earlier as I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to post today and what I wanted to put together today. But I realized it stuck with me on the part two of why me, but it also stuck with me on I don't know, shit, everybody. I'm like, because everybody kind of live different type of lives, but we kind of all going through the same earthly circumstances. I'm like, so it's like in reality, to watch it all play out and to watch everybody go through what we go through, sometimes I feel like everybody get things confused, Like for starters, you will kind of see a lot of conversations in your head, personally though, mentally though, on where you think you should be and where you would like to be. And sometimes you forget to just be grateful for where you are. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes being grateful for where you are is way more beautiful than actually advertising your thoughts on where you should be. I'm like, because where you should be is not the wrong thing to be thinking about at all. Super not at all. Where you should be is actually a great thing to have in your mind, because that's how you create the ideas and you create the motivation for what you meant to have and what you meant to, dedicate your time to. But getting too caught up in that will misguide you on realizing the beauty, the nature, and the life you have. You know what I'm saying? So when we take the time to actually configure what we have compared to what we want, it help you really utilize life at hand, So when you actually able to really not contradict yourself or dement yourself or anything in that manner, and you really able to just be content at progress, success, and the will of nature, I'm like, hey, what's good, Maz? I'm like, but when you're able to understand those things at heart, it'll help you stay focused on getting to where you should be and where you want to be. I'm like, being too caught up in many things of nature in this life that we living in, it'll throw you off beat. It'll definitely throw you off beat, because with having social media nowadays, as much as it's like a dope thing to have because it does help motivate you sometimes, if your mind frame is not in the stability to be caught in that focus, it will do other things to you. So it'll mistrial your relationship. It'll throw you off beat on your business. It'll contradict your future, because you'll be a little caught up on things that's not necessarily that necessary. I'm like, so in reality, I'm like, we're just gonna start it off with motivating ourselves and staying focused on that motivation and nothing aside from that. And then first off, before any of this, get right with your higher power. And mine's is God. And to me, all of them take you back to the same place, if you ask me. So, but I'm not here to break you down on that, at least not right now. Give me some time. I have some better conversation for that too. But in reality, getting right with God really help you understand your spiritual warfare. So to help you understand your spiritual thoughts and the misguided thoughts and the things that's just in your ear talking down on you, and you thinking it's yourself trying to give you signs that you don't got it, or my hubby should be doing this, or my wifey should be doing that, or my business should be doing this and my business should be doing that. When in reality, the fact that you either have a hubby or you have a wifey or you have a family or even a business, especially the business, the fact that you even have it is where you got to start. The fact that your mind frame is even capable to even be strong enough to have any of those things is where the success begins. It's never about what you don't have. It's about what you do and what you are going to do with that. I'm like, so, I might be coming in a little quick and a little fast, let me slow down my words just a little bit. I don't want everybody too lost in and what we gonna do with this and how we gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, I'm loving the cut. Shout out to Rio the barber though, you know, because my guy did his thing. Let me spin it all the way around. Hold up. It's looking good. It's looking real good. I'm like, but you know, my fault, y'all. You know, got caught up in looking at myself. Yeah, you know. Hey, appreciate you, appreciate you. Excuse me, but my fault. These bangs be having me like. But yeah, one thing I'm noticing about this generation, and we can say this generation, but we got to realize the generation is a concrete of all. So this generation is kind of leading us, and also as much as you talk about the youngins and blase, they are the generation at hand. You know what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with how we maneuver and how we stand, because how they are maneuvering is what causes us to maneuver and what causes us to withdraw and deflect. Because as much as we can say what we want about the youngins, you know, they crash now, they blase. You got that's not all what's going on. That's just the things that we see. But we can't really say too much about the younger generation, not realizing that we were the younger generation at one point. So everything we did along the way, everything we did a part of the process, created the divine generation we have now. So we can't really sit here and chop them like it's their fault or they're doing this. No. Stop acting like you wasn't bad when you was a youngin'. Stop acting like you wasn't acting up too. It's just that there's a lot more rules applied. There's a lot more things as we get older and see things. And now we starting to look at them just a little bit more into things we kind of had a little bit more morals. That's all we could say. Certain things about our time came with a little bit more morals, but you also got to look at the world in whole and look at how the world is like cramping that into a wall, and certain people and certain things is starting to not fall for the same things they used to fall for. And certain things ain't happening how it used to. You know, for instance, we could say a lot about this younger generation, but we also got to look at how the world is maneuvering to where you can't even really have your kids outside no more. Back in the day, we used to be able to have our kids outside every day. We was outside every day. We was walking, catching buses. We was doing so many different type of things. But now we in a time where you got to respect the fact that that can't happen no more. That's not going down anymore, you know. So that's where I feel like a lot of things get misconstrued on, you know, how we not actually respecting the younger generation throughout the fact that the world behind them kind of like created them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they wouldn't be nothing to what they was if they didn't already know what they knew from before. They just willing to go a little bit further with it and have a little bit more, you know, not giving a damn, you know, with it. I'm like, and you can't blame them. I'm like, because you get tired of seeing certain things happen in the world. So that's where I want to lead that same conversation back around to how us as a generation, which is including us, is that's how we moving. You know, that's how we're being conditioned to maneuver. You know, because we also moving different now, because we know of these things and we see these things happening. You know, for a woman nowadays, your safety is almost garnished because you got to be able to protect yourself just as good as a man could. And for the kids, they getting snatched up left and right. I feel like sometimes them acting out ain't the worst thing. Am I lying? I'm like, because I mean, not saying they got to crash out, but them acting out kind of is coming with the conflict of interest of, you know, what we choosing to like allow with the world. Because unless we all stood up, you know, it's not really much going to be a difference just because you see some people, you know, walking down the street, you know, feeling some type of way or making some type of mood about it. Like in reality, without everybody standing up, nothing will really change, you know? I'm like, and that leads me back around to say how the chemistry between the older generation is also being misconstrued because of the younger generation. So you see nowadays You know, ladies don't want to go out unless they going on a 5-star dinner. That has trickled down so fast to the youngins that these high school kids can't even take their girlfriend out. These high school kids can't even take their girlfriend out without that 15 or 16-year-old child feeling like they have to be at, the flyest restaurant that's in your state, or if they not doing that, then why is they here? It's like in reality, man, a lot of this is coming from us. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is where we got to wake up and stand up, because we're also doing these things, trying to outdo the things that we're seeing on social media and the things that we seeing in the regular world. So it's like, to me personally, when it come down to actually enforcing or understanding, that's all on us. I'm like, these youngins are only responsible for the things that they supposed to be responsible for. But if we set the bar and we set the tone, a lot of things will actually come along. A lot of people trying to get businesses, and they want to start because they looking at social media. They want to start in the office and they want to have this behind them and blase. Man, back in the day, you started your business with you and a close one, if that's what it took. And you built it up to those things. Nowadays, relationship statuses got to be all white, big capsule weddings and all of this big crazy stuff. Man, you're supposed to actually build the bond with the person that you with, to actually create that joy within nature, to where anything that y'all did, just the company, my dog, what it do, man? I'm like, just the company itself will actually create that same chemistry and that same fun. You don't have to have a white picket fence to feel like you at an all white party on a yacht. You can build a boat out of wood with your man, with the time that you created with him, and go strolling down a little lake. Use social media for that if you gonna use it for anything. It's like we too caught up in what we believe we supposed to be, instead of focusing on the joy and gratefulness that's at hand. We in a time where you really living off the circumstances instead of your circumstances. I'm like, a lot of people is broke nowadays because, and that's nothing against you, but at the same time, a lot of us are broke nowadays because we're too caught up in trying to satisfy an image. We want to keep up with the political standards that they say you're supposed to be like and be on. It's like, man, when I tell you, already know, when I tell you, when it really comes down to being focused on peace, joy, and spirit, it's all from the inside. None of that's from the outside. So I don't care if you walking around with a crooked pro club with some sweats on. As long as you and your lady is happy, and that's all that matters. That business that you got, it'll boom from there. It'll boom from there because your mental is where it needs to be. It's at peace. My lady is happy with the fact that I am trying to make more of myself. My man is happy with the fact that I support him and I'm trying to make more of myself. It's like, no matter what, that is the peace. Not having a 2.5 million mansion, those are just goals. We all would like to have those beautiful things. We all would like to break the generational curses that came with our families. Everybody would like that sometimes. But there's nothing wrong with the role that you play to get there, because it takes way more than just you if we're talking about the whole family. But just for your family as sake, the focus is you, her, y'all minds, and each other. And the only thing you do from there that you look up to is your beautiful higher power. And like I say, mine's is God. Because to me, it all leads you back to the same place. I'm like, but I'm just speaking on certain preferences where if we created this avenue and we locked it in properly, and we showed this as like a output, it would do a lot to the younger generation. It would change a lot of things with the younger generation, because the younger generation is definitely caught up on fast this, having that, looking like this. If they not doing this, if they not driving this, if they not, that's what's making things a lot worse. And we all know we living in way more expensive times. We all know we living in way more, like everything you do costs $1,000. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing with your family no more without spending thousands of dollars. You want to know why? Because social media got us from so caught up in the fact that we forgot that when we used to go to Chuck E. Cheese and let's just say like Dave and Buster's now, when we used to do those type of things, those were birthday party events. Those were big, those meant the world for us to be able to go to with our friends. But now we living in a time where everything you do just for a Sunday fun day, it has to be something of that standard for it to be interesting. We forgot going to the park and just hanging out and camping and throwing the ball and making things out of what you got, you know, and we all hopping in one car, and we forgot about them things. We forgot about those times. We too caught up in believing that everybody got to be glittering gold and, oh, it needs to be so well pasted. Man, we forgot about the beauty and the nature of having a peace at heart and having a good time. That's all life was. That's all life is really about. It's having a good time. It's being with your family. It's praising your mighty Lord. It's building your mental. Anything past that is just more so you revelating your head to believe that it's supposed to be above the circumstances, instead of just taking your peaceful time to get there, not realizing that it will all come together along the way. And before you know it, when you do get to do these certain few things, trust me when I say, it's way more funner. It's way more lit. You will enjoy it a whole lot more if you actually embraced what it took to build it, embrace what it took to have it, and not only that, enjoy yourself on the way to get there. And I get a lot of us is working certain jobs we don't like. A lot of us is working in certain fields and places because we want to supply for our family. But you know the peace at heart with that though? The peace at heart with that is that you get the chance to do that. You get the chance to be that. And the moment that you get a chance to make a difference from that, you get to build yourself to get there. You can't just up and get mad and be like, you know what? Well, I want to go harder, so I'm going to switch up this and I'm going to switch up that. And man, you got to do that mentally. You got to do that mentally, because you can't just up and quit your job tomorrow. Rent still due. Bills still got to be paid. So you can't cut nothing short too fast just because your mind is telling you that's what you're supposed to be doing. You have to build you, and you have to build yourself to be able to handle what it's going to take to get there. And then you put forth action. One step at a time now. Nothing come overnight. Half the stuff that we buy all day, half the stuff that we obsess with all day, we don't even know that they've been here for 30, 40, 50 years. That's their promotion. Oh, we on our 25th year anniversary, man. We're not even paying attention to how long it took them. And I mean some of the top-notch stuff that we love and we obsess with. We're not even paying attention to how long it took them to actually get there, to actually become a prophet, to actually become important. But without us building the foundation first, we'll never get there. Us jumping corners and jumping ropes and turning left and turning right, we'll never actually get there. You know? I'm like, so in our reality, we have to realize how to humble ourselves, take heed, and build ourselves and the ones around us to properly be able to endorse those things. Because trust me when I say, as bad as a lot of us want these businesses and we want all of these things to be able to stand on and talk about, you got to realize that come with a lot of sacrifice. That come with a lot of understanding. And also the same understanding has to be built with your family and the people around you. Because before you know it, you're not going to be able to make it to certain events. You're not going to be able to show up at certain things. But at the same time, when your people understand rightfully and mentally that you are going that hard and you are making a difference and you are making a change, the moment they see those things is the moment that you will actually be able to embrace and be able to enjoy those things. Because trust me when I say, the moment that you do something too fast and it's a drastic change at home and it's a drastic field at home, before you know it, home won't even be there no more. Home will be gone. Now you got to focus on that business and your mental even harder. I feel like that's the biggest mistake in success. Literally, like the biggest mistake in success is not building everything around you to be able to handle the same things you are building. And if it's friends that you got around you and it's not family, sometimes you might have to change that circle of friends. Sometimes you might have to switch some things up, because you never really know who actually dwelling you back. And for the relationships that's locked in and, you know, that's my baby and that's my boo and blase, blase, well, to be honest with you, the best that y'all will want to see out each other is everything y'all possibly capable of. So that takes a mental state. That takes time to build. That takes understanding with each other. Without having them things, you're going to be back at square one the moment you get to square 10, and that's going to hurt even worse, trust me. I'm like, there's a big understanding in this life that I understand and I choose to understand. To shoot for the big and the all, you got to be willing to take every fall, and I mean every fall along the way. And sometimes a lot of us ain't willing to accept them falls. Some of them falls, we'll go backwards 100 steps just to not fall all the way. But hear me when I say that fall can become the best thing that happened to you along the way. Because like they say, every L is a lesson. Every win, oh, it's a big win. I don't care if it's you putting a vape down or you saving up $50 a week and 20. Every win is a big win. But stop letting social media deteriorate that. Stop letting social media control your algorithm. When in reality, social media giving you the algorithm that your eye keep clicking on and your buttons keep clicking on. It's like, oh, appreciate everybody tuned in on all sides. We're gonna try to get TikTok up and running in a second. I don't know why TikTok putting me through it, so I could be back live. But yeah, man, I'm like, when it come down to truly understanding your nature and your core, I'm like, it's about the indoor. Outside, only gonna get you so far. You know, Loki, we trying to make sure they can hear us though, you know, for the ones in the back. I'm like, but when it come down to it, y'all, your indoor is way more important than the outdoor. I'm like, because the outdoor, it get hot, the weather gonna change, it's gonna rain, it's gonna get stormy, it's gonna breathe, it's gonna be such a snow blizzard around there, you ain't gonna be able to take it. So without having a indoor built, and I mean physically, trust me, you won't be able to take it. That outdoor is crazy outside. Ain't that what we all be saying? It's crazy outside. Planes is dropping. All type of stuff is going on. Anything can be over at any time. So you don't want to spend your time on this earth chasing and chasing and chasing instead of just embracing and building your mind for certain things to be able to come. Because God ain't going to give you nothing you can't handle. Like, don't let that go over your head. Like, you will not receive something that you cannot handle. So you have to build yourself to get there. Step by step, piece by piece. And for men, with a family and a foundation, you have to build everything around you as well. Or it's going to be that one tug, or it's going to be that one pull that really break you down to the flow. And without you truly embracing it and understanding it, it's going to take you under the flow sometimes. So when I tell you building that foundation in that family from concrete is where it all begins, that is how you truly grow within. Because then you start to get that motivation from around you. Then you start to get that support from around you, that support you was looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking for the kings and the men that have something around them at home. If you a man at home solo dolo, hey man, put your head first and build your mental, man, is shoot for the stars. Because, I mean, what's going to hurt you along the way besides you falling? And like I told you, it's going to take every fall for you to get there, though. It's going to take every fall for you to get there, though. Don't think the failures is trying to stop you. Don't think the failures is trying to break you. They trying to help you embrace it. What's good, sis? That's another one doing her big one too, though. You know, don't think the failures is actually going to break you, though. They actually really meant to build you every step of the way. We let our mental really get the best of us sometimes and be like, oh man, well, I'm not taking the signs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you feel me, sis? I'm like, you have to match that body with that mind. You can't willing to go out here in a storm or go to war with the world and think you ain't finna get punched in the eye, beat to the flow, or threw backwards. You gotta stand on business with everything that you chasing in this life we living. What's good, cuzzo? You gotta chase this, and I mean with your mental fully aware and your body definitely prepared for everything that's coming. And you can't let social media deteriorate that. Social media should only be there to do them selective things I said to y'all, which is literally, for one, motivate you, for two, help you build that little boat that I was talking about instead of trying to be on a yacht. Man, social media should be here to embrace you. It should be here to help you. I'm like, we letting social media control. And that's the one thing that's always going to make sure you, your business, or your relationship fold. I'm like, it's all about what you definitely capable. And I mean, it's all about what you definitely willing to go through to get to where you got to go. I'm like, but you know, y'all know I could talk y'all ear off for a long time. I'm like, but like I say, man, back to the beginning, if us as the older generation and the generation before us start to build these type of politics behind us, we can help these youngins actually really build the foundation from the bottom, because they're the ones that's at factor. We all was bad. We all was crazy. But if we don't take the time to actually build that chapter properly, come on, man, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get crazier. I'm like, everything about everything is, it's the realest shit. You feel me? It's the realest shit we going to go through if we don't choose to make some type of difference. I'm like, and a lot of us is capable of it. And I mean, we always speaking on the YNs. And we just forgot that we was the YNs that helped these YNs become what they was. So it's like, in reality, nah, bruh, I'm not taking that. I'm not even letting that fold. I'm like, me personally, I believe anybody that's a part of this generation with or before, if we change that comprehension and we change those politics, come on, man, we'll really create the foundation from the bottom. And everybody will be able to step out in the storm. Everybody will be able to handle those battle wounds instead of letting social media actually mess up people's lives and mess up. Come on, man, I love social media, but I use it for the right things. I love social media, but I embrace it for the right things. I'm like, I never let it control the will of my mind of what I don't have and what I think I should have. I make sure I understand properly. Everybody has a turn. It's all about what you do with it when you get it. And it's all about how you move with it when you got it. I'm like, but you know, hey, you know, I might have swerved off topic, left, right, back and forth. But you know, like I say, I'm trying to get these chatting sessions up and running properly to make sure everybody could also get a chance to give me some topics or whatever may be so. But this one of the ones I had to start with for sure, though. I want to do a part 2 to why me, but I really want us to focus on us, like period, like us. It's not really why me, because that's just a part 2 to trying to help everybody be motivated. This right here, man, it's about us, and it's about us not letting everything around us control or reprogram who you mentally know you should be and what you're capable of, or stop you from getting there. Social media does many things. It pays. It shows you things. It teaches you things. I ain't even think TikTok was important until I went scrolling down TikTok and I'm like, damn, that's how you build a computer? The fuck, I ain't even you need TikTok got some shit to show you over there. I will give him that. Instagram is very much more motivational to me because a lot of people shows the positive sides of things. Then you got those people that be like, man, you on their gram and they don't ever show you what they really going through or or the bad. Man, they not supposed to. Like, who gets on social media with their actual personal life, really talking the same shit that they trying to get away from. Like, of course they gonna post the great things and the things that sound interesting and the things that actually makes them happy. Like, why would they be on here like, oh my God, my car broke down, my tire? Man, sometimes people show you that, but they not showing you that because they want you to be like, yeah, there goes some bad shit. No, they like, nigga, there's nothing. And I'm still finna get to the meeting. And I'm still finna be at the party tonight. Like, people get things so mixed up. And to be honest with you, those are people that I'm talking to that might need to work on themselves a little bit because you letting social media already start your day off the wrong way when that be your commentation about, social media. I'm like, but I believe it. I believe it. One thing see the sympathy card. That's what I see. That I like that because you know what? That's why the strong-minded need to go ahead and build their minds to be strong-minded because even they gonna see that in 5 seconds. Because a lot of the fellas be falling for it quick, like yeah, I got you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, we ain't got time for that. Stop it. Both of y'all need to get it together because in reality, she know what she doing and his ass falling for it. I'm like, but I feel like, man, one step at a time. Cause we got some real soldiers like us though. You know what I'm saying? hey, no, for real though, cause that's what really be going on though. I'm like, especially over here on this Twitch shit too. I be over here like, bro, you know what you doing, bro? Like, come on, bro. I'm like, that ain't. And then I'm mad cause somebody gonna send her 20 though. Like, and I'll be like, come on, bro. That's why his wife at home need to go ahead and get it together because bruh need to get slapped upside the head for being so stubborn. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely needs some time to herself so she can truly figure out that ain't how you gonna get it. What's good? What you found? I'm like, but my fault, Twitch. I'm here though. It's multiple. My eye like ping, ping, ping. Then TikTok over here playing with me because it ain't trying to let me do the live. I quit on TikTok for right now. I'm like, but either way I go, I'm going to edit this video, put it all together in one for anybody that just got here, anybody that didn't catch the glimpse from before, or didn't get to say what you wanted to, though. You already know I'm going to put this up on the YouTube channel, though. I'm like, we're going to have it together. Man, loving yourself would be the best thing that ever happened to you. I'm like, gentlemen of leisure and women of Queens really don't realize that loving yourself is how you get to all that. I don't care what you look like, what you got going on. That's truly going to help you embrace the fact that you actually can be a part of a throne. Every family is a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, and for some, it's a queendom, And I love it either way. As long as somebody got their shit together in a situation to help the other get it right. Come on, man. I'm like, but if everybody took the time to love themselves and build their mind properly, we wouldn't even have to worry about too much of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, then these young bulls would be looking up to everything the right way instead of everything the wrong way. And I ain't gonna sit here and act like it's that wrong to be bad, because sometimes going through the bad to help you get your shit together and understand you don't even need to be doing this or doing that. It's just that we letting it go too far now because the morals is out the window. Street credit ain't finna get you shit in the bank. It's like, come on, man, we gotta really get this shit together. And my ass was bad as hell, so I ain't finna be preaching to the world like I was just a perfect endeavor across the book. But I for surely grew and I for surely learned, And that's why I'm trying to present it to the next few that might want to learn, I'm like, but it's definitely something to talk about though. I'm like, cause it's getting wicked out here in these times. And like I say, man, the more I learn, I feel like it's best for me to unwind that knowledge to somebody, I'm like, instead of sitting here acting like it was for me and I had to figure it all out. Hell no, man, let me tell y'all something. Like on another stream, I'll be on the ladies' heads, and on another stream, I'll be trying to show the fellas how to get ahead. But this one right here, we gonna call this one us, cause everybody needs to take some time to focus on themselves. So that way y'all can build what y'all really trying to be in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You only get one lifetime. Even though I've been here before, that don't mean everybody else gonna get to come back twice. So no, I'm like, but I tell you, everybody literally got to take the time to embrace and get yourself right with your spiritual war and get your mental right with your mental peace. Man, come on, man. That's how you build the inside. That way you can handle the outside. No problems, no gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I done said a few things. I'm finna have to clip for show though, because I'm like, that was good. That was a good one. I gotta run that back. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, but I'm definitely finna keep this up and running and keep this popping and try to change some ways from, I mean, I ain't finna change no ways besides the fact of staying focused on what I'm on, but I would like to change the ways or the way other people see things, you know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like social media kind of going downhill on how we looking at shit, and that shit ain't really what it's supposed to be, bro. Like, we real life capable of doing many things in this time. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We capable of changing many things in this time, but I don't think we gonna get there being caught up on the things we don't got in this time. It's not how this supposed to go, y'all. Like, we real live. We big dogs, y'all. I'm like, and the fact that I know we made for the best, this generation, might be my generation, but also the generation ahead. That's why we got to make sure the generation behind get some time to do the same before God come down here and slap fire on everybody and we be gone. So, let's try to do something about it. we might expand the time a little bit. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. But yeah. And I know y'all on the ad break over here, so we're gonna chop it with the gram. List in. Oh, my fault, y'all back. My fault, Twitch. But y'all back. It's like they ain't have all this in. So it's like in reality, like we have so many different ways and so many different avenues to make something different. You know what I'm saying? And to be something different. But it's also causing so many deflections and so much sorrow and guiltiness. It's like, come on, bro. Just because you got on social media and seen somebody, man, build a hotel room from ground up and throw some balloons and red roses, and hey man, that don't mean that them flowers you bought her on the counter don't mean nothing, and vice versa. Just because you see somebody woman go take him on to the Bahamas and back and do the most that you can see, man, that don't mean that oh shit, that don't mean that you ain't actually put together what you were supposed to put together for your man when you had that red lingerie on and did your big one when he came home from work that Saturday night. Like, come on, bro. You can't let social media whoop you out like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's here for. The only thing that you should have got from that Bahama trip and that hotel room that got built was some ideas you could do at home. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, I'm like, in all reality, we just be too caught up in the wrong in like the wrong spin of this shit. I ain't gonna cap to y'all like, and I know for surely though, in my time, I ain't let nothing unwind my mind up properly. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that. Excuse me. Well, that's. Hey, I'm supposed to be drinking W, but yeah, that bang got me though. But in that time, man, I ain't got time in this time. That burp was so loud, I forgot what I was even talking about, bro. I'm like, that motherfucker threw me off beat. I'm like, but yeah, man. I'm like, I'm focused on everything, really. But for the ones that still building their mind to get there, you gotta focus on yourself first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we look at the celebrities and we see what they got going on. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh damn, Kevin Hart and Shaquille O'Neal got 50 businesses and 8 businesses and 18. It's like, hey. They built a mental to understand that they ain't even finna run half this shit. They finna hire you, and you to put it together. But you ain't never gonna know that though, because you too busy caught up in the fact that you ain't got one, instead of just taking a step forward one step at a time. It's like, as much as people think having a business means the world, man, come on, bro. Like, slow your feet. There's nothing wrong with working and building and having assets. Sometimes working for a nice, wealthy company is not a bad thing. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, you get to buy assets and buy things behind you, but you too busy caught on the homie that got a multi-million-dollar mobile detailing service instead of focus on the fact that you could also do that too on your free time. It might not be a multi-million-dollar business. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that facts. Man, I'm gonna have to add you to the next live, because you be talking that good shit, but I know your mind is well prepped and well built over there. I'm like, everybody be too caught up. Why my lips so chapped? Hold up. Let me fix that real quick, chap. On both ends. But no, for real though, sis, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the crazy part about this. Is we're not focused on what we was built to be. We're not focused on what we was built to understand. We too busy caught up in what we think. I'm supposed to have me 8 Cuban links in a Rolls Royce. Looking ass nigga. You ain't even Hey, look. Hey, man, let me get my Carmex off the desk. But, my lips chapped. I'm talking too much. And I need some water. I had a couple shots beforehand. Got a nigga a little chapped up. But, let me step. Yeah, I need my Carmex, bro. I'm over here chapped up. I'm over here getting roasted. It ain't working. That shit's still dry. But yeah, man, being more focused on what God got for you will get you a lot more further than what you think you're supposed to have too. Trust me, because the stuff that we think we supposed to have, we not even realizing. God over here, like, you focused on a Cuban link in a Rolls Royce. I was finna make sure you had $1 billion business to where it's on my desk by the computer. It was like, God was gonna make sure you had $1 billion business with your whole generational curse being broken and everything actually having the success behind it to get to where it got to go. Appreciate you very much. Yeah. Shut up, you just tried to get it. You just wanted to get seen on the log. Yeah, no, I was playing. Man, I'm like not even realizing what God got in store for us. Come on, man. It's way bigger than what we even see. We too busy caught up in some little jewelry and in a fly little car. And God like, man, I was gonna make sure you had $1 billion in the bank. You could buy whatever car you want. I just need you to actually lock in and get to where you're supposed to be. Because I got way more beautiful things. And people don't even realize when you actually get your mind right with this and you truly get your mind right with it, that's when you truly start to understand a lot of that shit don't even matter. Like, I get asked all the time why I ain't got the man. Nigga, I've been there, done that. Fuck, what I'm gonna do with nigga, that Cuban link? That Cuban link ain't even gonna pay me back. What you talking about? That Cuban link, nigga, they come out with new diamonds every year. Like what? Man, only Cuban link I'm buying is some gold, if anything, so I can make sure I got something that if I need to sell, it can get sold. Like, what's good with my dog? You man was meant to own the factory though. I'm like, we too busy trying to actually knock down the first door, and God like, hold on, man, I got the whole building for you. And in fact, it's 50 states. I was expecting you to expand, but you too busy caught up trying to hang out with your mans and do some shit that ain't gonna get you there. And I'm like, but you know, we all one step at a time with this though. One step at a time. I'm like, damn, that motherfucking Carmet now it's too fucking glossy and shit. Nigga look like I got some lip gloss on. What the fuck? But yeah. I'm like, I was talking fast as hell. I got so off topic when I first got on here. I knew I was finna get to talking some shit. I'm like, I don't even need the headphones on because the only thing I'm finna do for y'all is click some music on for the ad when it pop on. Other than that, we just chopping it today, y'all. I'm like, but yeah, man, one step at a time to be able to build your foundation and build your family. Like I say, for the ones that just tapped in or just slid in on both sides, man, it all starts with the concrete. And that's you, the inside of you and your mental. I mean, that's the only way you're going to be able to build on top of that, around that, and every person around you participates in that. That's why they tell you to be careful. That's why they tell you to be careful with your circle. That's why they tell you to be careful with the friends you choose to have, with the associates, and also with your relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't let certain things control who you're supposed to be with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you gotta really take your time with that part though, cause hey, that's another conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta take your time with who you choose to be with on this earth. I'm like, because you only, you know what I'm saying, before you know it, you're gonna look up and shit, you're gonna be a little dusty around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?